if you understand the alligator, which is the first thing I want to teach everyone, that's I think everybody needs to know because this shows you the trend. So instead of trying to trade day to day, get in and out the market, now you can hold the trade a little bit longer, right? That's kind of the first stages. If I do the 1 hour, you see, it broke through here, and you would get back in right around here because it's 883. So now it's trending up, right? When will we get out of this trade? If we were on a day, where is the breaking point that you would take an exit? Anybody want to? This is a test on the alligator, right? The volume is going down. If the volume of the market is changing, where is the first sign that will say it?
If it breaks under the 7-day.
Exactly. So good job. So this volume here, 898. If you're on a short-term day trade, that would be the first level. If you're on a long-term swing like a week, you're looking at the 50-day M&A, which is 888. So when we calling out the numbers, right, the day trade 898, you want to look and say, all right, VST. I'm going to look at VST. I'm looking at the total market cap, either on a 1 hour or 2 hour. And I can come here and say, all right, 2 hour, 4 hour. It's still, even on a 4 hour, 895. So you can give yourself these different areas to exit on a day using a 1, 2 hour, and a 4 hour because you're swing trading if you're in it longer than a day. If you're day trading, then you don't have to use the alligator. You can use a fair value gap. You can use something else. So if you're using 5 minutes, right, and that means that you're only going to trade for a short amount of time, right? And at that point here, you would be out, but that's a smaller day trade. When I say I'm swing trading, that means that I'm in for a day or two, and I'm using these numbers here, right? So it crossed over. I know that it crossed over, and it is above the alligator. I'm just going to hold the trade.
Hey,
Less
Jamar,
trading.
question.
Yeah.
On the Discord notifications, the crypto breakouts, what do we do with that information? I mean,
all right. So the breakouts, the breakouts is letting you know that. Let me pick one out because this way I can do specifics and give you exactly what you're talking about.
Okay.
MFT, right? It says it's breaking out. That means that it's broken out, right, of a key range. So if I look at MFT, right, and I look at it, all right, it's above the alligator, it's broken out. It's just giving you, and so now I'm going to look and say, where should I buy this at? Right? Where's a good point? It's already broken out. So the trade is already up.
Gotcha.
Right? The trade is already taking off, but now it's on your radar. I use the screeners, right? So if we're using screeners, like today, Matic has been on here all day.
Yeah.
And right now, I didn't call it out because I wasn't actively trading, but Matic had broke out earlier, and there was a buy here, it was a buy here, and it's been going up since 80.
Yeah, it went crazy today.
Right. So this is on the screener all day. And so that's why I'm focused on TradingView because it's just, part of your process is that you can find a trade every day with just the tools that we have. And I want to focus on guys using the tools, the communication, being around other masterminds. We're all looking at the same thing, but some people are trading and some people are wanting to get hit. They want to be fed to fish. When we have the tools to fish on our own, and if you don't have the confidence, that's what I need to know that, hey, I'm seeing it, but I'm not knowing why to get in. So Matic right here, once it broke over and it came back and retested, at 80 was a time to get in with high leverage, right? You could have got in here, but of course it broke under, so you would have got stopped out. But then here was another buy-in area, right? 80 cent. So it touched 80 and then it came down and tested 78. Some people would have held, but
we don't even know it's come out.
Huh?
What?
Put her on mute. All right. So, that's what I'm saying, that just looking at these, right? I'm telling you guys how I'm looking at them, analyzing. So this one right here it's just moving off the bottom, and I wouldn't take this trade. On a day, it broke out here. Thursday of a way back. I would click this, and it's not a buy. It's not above the trend line. It's not above the alligator right now, but now it's on my watch list. Right?
Would you try to scalp a short on something like that?
Nah, not in the bullish market, because remember the first thing we checked We have bullish area here. We
Right.
also check the total market cap. The market is trending up. So I'm not shorting anything in this market when the first thing I checked, right? The first thing you want to know is where is the trend going? Is it going up or down? So that's why I showed you total market cap. All right. Right now in this hour, it is trending up. Not until it breaks down below, the swing trade period, which is 888, is the trend broken. The trend can break here on a day for the day traders, but for the swing traders, if you're in a trade and you're going to stay in it for a little bit longer, now a day trader can short anything in 5-minute increments, right? A day trader can short anything in 5-minute increments. But if you're going to be in this trade for longer than 5 minutes and you're going against the entire volume, that's not what you want to do.
Right.
And then we have fair value gap, right? We know that there's buying area here, and then you have another fair value gap here. So that fair value gap, if you watch, you're saying that, hey, here's where the money is coming in. So it has to test this level and break it before you can say, hey, you know what? The trend is broken because there's buyers that didn't get in right here. So that's why we look at the total market cap. Exactly why we look at the total market cap. All right. So the ETH move, right? I'm not getting out of ETH. I'm looking here on the 1 hour, 2 hour, right? I know that the big fair value gap was here. Where I got it in was at here at 1280, right when it broke over. You see here it says 1286. It broke over this line, 1287. If you look at my account, I'm just following the same thing, 1286. I got in at 1280 and it had dropped under. I stopped out at 1280. And then I got back in when it was at 1286. Right? It was just that was the, it was, hey, I said I'm getting in at 1280. I'm stopping out at 1280. It stopped me out. I woke up the next day. I seen that it was still here, and I got back in at 1286 with the same amount of leverage. All right, and
Hey, Jamar.
Yeah.
Real quick question: if you go to the hour before, there's another fair value gap.
Right.
Recent within the most recent hour.
Okay.
Okay. So now you have another one there, which is another beginning, I would call it, and then it goes to the slightly orange. But that indicator is, if I wanted to put more money in right now, what am I thinking?
I'm thinking the support is here on the 20-day because that's what the alligator is, right?
Right.
So 1320 would be probably a buying area that I will put in to buy more. Because if it fails this one, at least I know I have plenty of support down here.
1320. But
because that's where the major green candle was.
Right, but as far as the 1334 where it is right now, don't buy. Wait for that dip to 1320. If you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't.
Yeah, because there's other things that's moving. I'm in other trades as well. So if this is your trade and you've already bought early, if you missed out, that means this is not your trade because if you're trading something, you're watching it every day, right?
Yeah, I'm in it and I'm still in it, but I was just thinking about putting more money in it. But You're saying let it drop back down to 1320.
If you're already up, then that's just risk management now. You can put more in now if you're already up. My thing is to manage your risk.
Right.
So if you're already up, you can add more because it's trending up. So you can add more, or you can layer it in. If you're going to add another 1,000, I will put 250 in now, and 250 at 1320. I would actually layer it in where you're managing the risk.